guys who are watching the recorded version of this. Uh, I think there's probably some people in chat though here. As soon as they actually start talking, we'll get them to give us a sound check. Still trying to work out some kinks here in terms of getting people on in Skype and not sounding horrible. I may have made it sound worse. We will see as soon as someone can respond to us talking here. And we're talking and we're talking and we're talking. Hey, sounding good. Okay, well now the question is not me. The question is, how does this guy sound? Travis, speak up. How does Travis sound? Hold on, it isn't. It sees your picture, but I don't think they can hear you. I can hear you though. Yeah, let me. I think we're gonna have to do it the way we did last time. Let me make sure. Here, talk. That's gonna be worse. Yeah, there's a picture up there. We're up there. Hold on. That work. Oh, I think I failed again. Dang it! I need to set up a dummy account so I can. Hold on. Let me come back. Sorry, fans. Okay, now try.
Hello, hello, test, test. Just refresh the whole internet page like any other page, Kelly. If anyone can hear me.
Okay, they can hear you. I think it's still the old system, but I think
Is
that's
this the
how we've been for
pre-stream
years.
joke? No, we're actually figuring this out.
So this is the
It's
thing
a
we're
good
trying to
bit, though.
figure out is if he's on Skype and I'm not don't wear headphones. If I wore headphones, it wouldn't be a problem. I could pipe the audio in, but because I have it on the speaker and not on headphones, and it's coming through Skype, there's not a good way to get it without it echoing to you guys with me having a microphone. Now, again, that's the fix. The real fix for that would be to for me to wear headphones and then pipe it correctly through. But I was hoping the switching the microphone would actually make things better. But I think it's probably okay. Greetings. So I don't want to wear headphones. I actually didn't have that set up, and we didn't have time to test it. I was hoping this other option would work. So, welcome to our Friday live stream. We have extra special stuff today because today it's a Friday, but we have not one, but two kinds of prizings. Oh crap, do you know what the word is? What word are they supposed to say? Is it happy birthday Dark Star, something like that? What do you guys say? Dark Spring has sprung. Looks like they all know. Okay, Dark Spring has sprung.
I think it's on the main page.
Okay, yeah, they know what it is, thankfully. Star is unable to make it today, and Undone, our usual drawings guy, is unable to make it today. But good news, he automated his job of drawing stuff, so we actually have a button we can click and it'll give us the winners. So this is, I immediately linked him the story about the guy who automated his job and basically didn't show up for work for 6 years before they actually found out about it and fired him. So, yeah, you gotta say it in game, not in the stream. In the stream, though, assuming I get chatbot up, where's my chatbot? Chatbot! Do a giveaway. What do you want to give away for our special stream giveaway here? It'll just be for the guys in Twitch, because we also want you guys in Twitch. You should all be in Twitch. You're probably all in Twitch.
Oh, there's new stuff in the Crown Story. Could give him something new from the store.
Oh, what's new? What new stuff should I be looking
at?
Oh, that's
awesome
the wrong
Easter
one.
stuff Scotty did.
Oh, well, there you go. Let's see. Village Mine Basement, Noble's Portrait. Hornade, so we got the replenishing spring equinox confections. We'll just do one of those guys. That's on special today. You guys should just be buying it. Replenishing spring. Oh, this is such a long thing. Equinox confections platter. Opening the giveaway there, so you can get in 2 giveaways. We're going to do our usual one where we give you giveaway stuff automatically through the system. And you have to say it in game. Yes, you have to say Dark Spring has sprung in game. Over here, though, you have to do raffle. And I'm pointing at stuff. This is like talking to a 5-year-old on the phone, by the way. I'm pointing at stuff you guys can't see. And you can't even see my hand. But let's see. So the giveaway's going. So whoever wins that giveaway will get the confection or replenishing confection thing. I do my usual thing of adding my... Oh, it's just long enough fade in that I always double click it thinking I need to double click it. And Saucier Mouse guy, the guy that won on my last stream, one of the things on my last stream. Let's see if I can find him. He is in game. Hold on, I gotta send this guy a thing. This is one of the guys who was AFK during my stream. I'm gonna take pity on him. He was a winner, and he says he was away at a meeting. Who buys that? Anybody believe that?
Why not? Get the benefit of the doubt.
All right. Well, Alistair Holt is still getting his dies.
Nice.
Let's
Means
see.
he's
I think
playing our game at work, so that's cool for us.
Oh no, he was watching the stream at work.
Oh, right.
My message to him will be skip meetings. So the next thing I'm going to get set up using the little chatbot stuff over here, I'll have it set up next week hopefully, will be to take questions so you guys can submit questions in the Twitch chat, and then I can just open up a doc. Oh man, we're way behind. Thank you, YOLO Salive 200 Snugs. I think you did something before the other thing that I see there. Whoops. Let me get over here and do the thing over here. Grim Harlequin, I can't even see what you did. You did something amazing for us though. Lancel87, thank you very much for your 200 bits. Snugs, thank you again. Vipier Mortali, thank you again. And Babanzai28, thank you for your 100 bits. Again, thank you, all of you for all the ways that you help support us and cheering on the stream. Although we know Snugs just gives us money to make us talk about taming, but Snugs, don't give us any more money. You're at an even. Oh, you were at an even 20,000. Now you'll be like 20,100. That's not nearly as cool. But we're here today to answer questions. So as soon as this raffle stuff finishes up. Invico, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Oh, I still need to go turn up that minimum bits number so people don't get their name in headlights, or headlights, in the spotlight when they give us 5 bits. But Merrick Dragon, you do tons of stuff for the game. Great. I showed off his dungeon last time. He was a little embarrassed because I just showed off Tazar's dungeon. Had done a hide and seek for those who missed my yesterday, my release day live stream that was 6 hours long of me doing dev on release day stuff. But I actually went to Tazar's dungeon, check it out, and it's freaking massive. I probably still have the image up there for those who missed it. I'm sure we have a lot of carryover, but here's a map that he had made of the dungeon, and this is not a complete map. So yeah, so it's kind of big. Let's see. Yeah, so I think when I was hiding, I think I came in and I think I went up here and I think, oh, maybe, oh, you know what? I think I was in this little room right there, maybe. It's hard to say, but anyways, let me turn that off so they can actually see us again. And thank you, Vitamin LSD, the best vitamin ever, for the sub. Let's see. I'll start jumping in with some questions here. You guys should start asking us questions now that the raffle spam's done. We're only going to do one drawing for the in-game giveaway. We'll do the other ones. What do we normally do that at? Like 4:15 and 4:45 or something? Thank you, Envico, again. That was probably for saying that LSD is the best vitamin. Knowing Envico. Atos, I get a weird graphical bug since last update at fast detail setting. I got when walking, my greaves appear through the cloak like sinking in it. Ooh, you sure that's new? We have been making fun of Unity's cloth system for a good number of years now, so yeah, I'll check into that though. If you can send, that's one probably to post more information, because we'll need more information like, hey, what greaves are you wearing and what cloak are you wearing? Because we have had a few cloaks that were set up wrong. I don't know if people remember, but about 6 releases ago we had some settings where people, it was one of those things where half the people were saying this doesn't happen, the other half were saying this always happens. And it turned out it was settings on the cloth, on the cloak, were different between the male and female version of the cloak. So yeah, I didn't even know there were male and female versions of the cloak. Who knew? But that's what it was. It was one head was set super stiff. So, oh my goodness, Ice Star Strider's making it a game, going after Snugs. Thank you, Ice Star Strider. Man, that's awesome. 5,000 bits. Super. I'd appreciate that. Buys 5 people on the team lunch next week. Let's see. Let's get into the next one. So I would say on the graphical thing with your cloak, get in there and oh, and Travis, remember you're playing Sidekick today, which means you have to do my job, which means you're always supposed to have a question ready to be answered. So when I pause, you can answer the question. And then if I were Star, I'd yell at you like, "What are you good for? What are you doing?"
Fixing the black.
I hate you, Chris. That seems to be what some people think. Just so you guys know, Star and I have an amazing relationship and have known each other for years, and he does not actually hate me, even though he's mean to me on stream sometimes. Let's see. Going down the list of questions here. Oh, and you know what? I said I'd do something more interesting for background today, because rather
I had
than
a
just having
question
it.
I saw that was a good one.
Yeah.
It was, I thought it was from Kelly O'Shea or it was from Seamus. It's from one of them. Wait, I can't hear you now, Chris.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now. It was, can we switch it so they can use POT deeds in PRTs to save PRTs, since I guess they're unpopulated?
Yes, and that's actually something that we've been talking about doing. That we, just because PRTs are kind of less desirable. I mean, if you look at them, it's like, okay, well, there's pots where you got players running it. Man, I gotta zoom my camera out a little bit more. You guys can't see my hand gesture. I gotta be doing my hand gesture. Hold on, I'm gonna, 1 second. We're professionals here.
Pro streamers.
Primary camera, configure video, settings. No, that's not it. Let me do, is there like a Transformers, more than meets the eye. No, that's gonna zoom, that's not gonna really clip anything. Oh, there, Nope, that's still about the same. Except now I'm big. Oh, you know what, I can do this, I can put it, make my head really small, and then I can put myself on there. What do you guys think? Okay, that's a little too much. Yes, so if you look at back to the actual question, if you look at pots, like those are cool, because like somebody gets to configure them and they can set up stuff, and there's always a lot of teamwork and stuff that the people in the pot do. There a lot of times it's guilds and like people there. If you look at the story cities, like the cooler cities, those are all pretty cool, and they all have story to them, and you know there's reasons to go there. Generally really pretty. And then if you look at the PRTs, they just don't have that much going for them. So that's, as people have pointed out, they're the redheaded stepchild. So that is one of the things we've actually looked at doing, is because they're really, in terms of desirability, they're much closer to a pot than a one or the other. So going and turning PRTs, some of the PRTs, turning those into being able to use lot deeds. Oh, we're falling behind here. Felony Manelli, or Melanie. Felony Melanie. Thank you for the follow. Typhacon. I'm going to pronounce that thing differently every time
Thanks,
I say it. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Snugs, thank you very much for the 300 bits. And I think this resets like in a few days here, so we'll see who ends up on top. I'll make sure and put out a list for all you guys because I know you guys care about that stuff. But yes, making PRTs except pot lots is something we've talked about and does seem very likely. It's also something that came up when we were talking about the ability to let players, as soon as they get out of like the basic area and into the outskirts. Right now they give them the quest where they say, hey, let's go do your quest, and at the end of completing all the quests in the outskirts, good luck with getting through them without getting a bug and actually finishing, you will get a row lot deed, a pot row lot deed. Well, the thing we're talking about changing it to is making it so when you get into the outskirts, they'll say, hey, do you want to start your questing, or do you want to go be a homesteader? And if you say I want to go be a homesteader, they'll like, here, have a lot deed, and we're going to send you to a place where you can place your lot. So part of that will be that we need to find some more lot deeds because we don't want to force that all on the pot owners. We want to give them the option to place some open row lots that anybody can claim. But a lot of those will be going to the PRTs, not the pots. All right, Travis, it's your turn. You're up.
Okay. I saw one that's, there's a few things I missed from the good old UO days. Runebooks, faction-based PvP, and capture towns based rewards for ping, and pack animals. Are any of these a possibility or in the works in Soda? Yeah, some of those. Instead of runebooks now you have when you visit any entrance of any scene, it becomes, you can use a teleport scroll. So it's like, I mean, we don't use the teleport spell, but it's basically a rune book. You're gathering. You can go to any of your friends, or you can go to any scenes. Like, you may know that already. Factions we've talked about internally at length. We're not going to say anything so people don't speculate more than they will already. Did we talk about pack animals? That you can just turn around and use it as a container that has more weight?
I don't know if Star has... I don't know if Star's talked about that openly. I mean, we can talk about it. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that we've talked about is having the pack animals where it basically is a chest that follows you around and can increase your stuff. That's it's one of those things we love the idea of it, but then actually getting to the, okay, how do we implement this and make it so it's not crazy bad. Oh, and to give people something to watch here, if people want to come join me outside my house in Ordinus Mortis, I will be doing a few summonings. Let me do my GM Ghost. True.
Last I tried, they weren't fighting back some of the monsters. Yeah, so maybe they got fixed.
I think that got fixed last night, so it should be in this build that I have now.
Awesome.
And I went into, for those who didn't know, that's the way that worked. It actually looked like it was probably. And actually, now that I think about it, we talked about it and we found out what the problem was. I don't know if Lord Subtleton put in a fix. It's more of an undone thing. Somewhere between undone and the changes that One and Only made for dungeons, dungeon spawner.
Someone was asking to trade in bags with stuff in them. I know that's a big pain in the butt. I agree. Did we just decide technical difficulties and we're still working on it? Or, yeah, being able to trade containers, especially because we have, gift boxes and stuff. You can, like, put it down somewhere you have permission and then put a gift in it. But just to hand someone a gift with a gift in it would be great. Bags.
Well, we've got, I think people have seen, we always have these, like, containers that when you open them, then they spring the loot on you. Trying to think what difficulty we might have with getting that to players. It's one of those things, a lot of the times with the containers and all that stuff, again, I think most people know is we've had players in-game for more than 4 years in the online version, and the number of dupe bugs to date is 0. which we are very proud of, because that is something to be super destructive for the game. But part of that is because we are super cautious with a lot of things, and we're very, things that seem easy are actually a lot harder than they should be because we have so many safeguards and security things built into that. So that's one of those things that maybe sound easy, and then when I actually go down and dig into it, it'll be bigger. Oh, and we've been missing out here. Yolo Silive, 200 bits, thank you very much. Snugs, 200 bits, thank you very much. Let me see if this thing over here. Is this showing me anything? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out stuff too. Oh, look, this has great stuff here. Yeah, Snugs, thank you. Felony Melanie, I'm all the way back. Oh, yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to somebody. To Sean Butts, looked like he gifted something. Oh, and Sean Butts has gifted a Tier 1 sub to Lord British Rules. How nice of him. And let's see. Zahn gifted another one. And Sean Butts. Sean Butts has gifted 3 different people. Did you know that Lord British Rules is actually Richard? Travis, did you know that?
Yeah, I think he was in the other day, and we were questioning if it was really him, and then you texted him.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was actually him. Okay, let's get back to questions here. Oh, you know what? We're behind. I think players should be scolding us. We should have done our drawing, right? We do that at 4:15, right?
Yeah, I think so. 15 minutes.
Let's see. Hold on, prisoning. There it is. Okay, here we go. Ready? So this probably will work. This is something Undone set up for us. Again, replacing himself. Oh, it says 28 seconds left. Let's see how long it takes to run. Waiting for it.
Is the replenish time on confection platter the same as everything else? I believe it's set to the same as the other replenishing boxes, snowballs.
Yeah, we're too lazy to change that stuff.
Fireworks. Yeah, should be set the same. Mostly sure.
No one's gonna come say hi and see if this summoned creature.
So, question: not all R64 stretch rewards were given out this time. Is someone looking into this? Yeah, I think we just got caught up on R61 through R63, so those are being worked on right now by the art department, also known as Damon. And I think I was helping with some of those too.
He may be fixed. So this is the thing, in case you missed it, it's hard to tell. This is the same thing that was breaking the pets on lots. This was why you couldn't have a training dummy. They'd stopped working, and everybody was like, training dummies stopped working. We're like, we have no idea why. But this is actually the same thing. And I actually went through to explain that when a GM summons stuff like this, it actually behaves like a pet. It's actually like GMs have 30 pet slots is effectively how it works. And we can summon stuff and it shows up, but it's really like I'm in control of that thing, and like my client. So if I were to crash, if the GM leaves the scene or whatever, the creatures will go away, and that's why, because they're actually GM pets. So anyway, so bugs and that stuff affects the other things. So let's get to some questions here. Oh, I'm scrolled back all the way. Have you got any?
I think the person asking about the rewards was saying that not all the ones that we reported were delivered, so we'll look into that for sure.
Yeah.
I think usually Ken do that. Who's doing a lot from China, but I think Ken usually does that. Yeah, he's doing what he can.
That's usually a Ken thing, burning toad thing. And yes, as we've mentioned on pretty much all the streams, yeah, we've got people all over the place right now. He's in China. Actually, Wizard Smoke came back last night or yesterday from Washington, D.C., but he came back sick, of course, as usually happens when you go on vacation for more than a few days.
Will there be a Cubo rank PvP system implemented in the game? Will it be within a year? That's a JIRA that we have that we all want to do, is to be able to queue to all the PvP stuff we make. Right now we have the one dedicated Obsidian Trials. We definitely want to figure out how to do queue for that, and once we know how to do that, we use it for a lot of other modes. So yes, that's something we all really want and agree.
I would hope that's coming in Q1 or Q2. I mean, but no promises. We got a lot of stuff going on. And for those who are new to the stream, that's the sidekick there. That's Mojito. You can go see him in Owl's Head. And see what's going on here is I think Sheldon is actually fighting it, because on his screen it's going to stand right here and it won't fight back. So, okay, I don't think the bug is actually fixed.
It's not fighting back?
Yeah, it's not fighting back, but it's only for combat stuff. As you see, I see his pet chicken moving. It's just for this special category of pet that's actually a fighting pet. And that's what these are, fighting pets. But yeah, that's... Alright, well I don't think it's actually fixed. I'll try one more here to see if this one will be much easier. This one doesn't have a ranged weapon, so it'll look like it's attacking them on my screen. My guess is, let's see if it gets any damage. Oh no, I think it is.
Kill them, I think, but they don't.
Yeah, I think it is actually working. Okay. Yep.
Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at questions, sorry.
Oh yeah.
I was trying.
Sorry, I was watching that. Again, we're here. We're always debugging stuff. Hey, Silver Tree Consortium, thank you very much. And also, let's see, did I miss anybody? Edelfrau Fonuage sub. Thank you very much for the subs. For those who don't know, if you see the little, not the puppy dog heads, the cool Mojito heads, and the Dark Star ones, those are emotes you get from being a sub of our stream.
Question, is the difference between a pot-placed item and a non-pot placeable item just a flag, and why can't they all just be flagged so governors can put them down? Yes, it is just a flag. Was there a reason that we just didn't let... Because we have a limit for pot decorations. I think we've discovered a bunch we wanted to be placeable by pot governors, so we started flagging those.
Oh, yeah. And I'm all for flagging those. That's usually on my stream, if you watch mine, it seems that once a stream, somebody will come in and say, here's a deco. It should be placed as a pot decoration. It can't be placed as a pot decoration. And I'll get on stream and go change it right then. So yeah, those are some things we should change. That's another one that came up was the...
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it, but I can't think off the top of my head why, since there is a limit, why we wouldn't allow that. That we could probably automate that too. Just, hey, make everything yes. We'll look into that.
Yep, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a good...
A Star had opinions on that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what they were. I don't remember the discussion.
There we go, now people can watch that. He just nailed somebody for 822 points. These are some of the bosses without their guards that are in the player-owned dungeon troll room. The troll dungeon stuff is not dropping yet. That question always comes up. The essences are dropping for kobolds, liches, and trolls. I am aware of a bug right now with the kobold ones. Don't craft the kobold one. I'll have to go fix it. And there's some people who got the wrong thing out of it, a much better thing out of it, that I'm going to have to come rip those away from you guys. But anyways, those are dropping. You can start crafting the totems, but the actual recipes are not turned on yet. So I'll get those turned on. The rooms are actually there and actually done, except for the troll room, which is the one I'm still trying to test out. Oh, they did pretty good there. Good job, boys. Let's see.
Can we get interior and exterior NPC spots so I can use vendors outside and still be able to use my cool deco pets? So any NPC is a lot more expensive than like a chair or a couch because it's actively trying to path around your house, which isn't even on NavMesh because you guys can dynamically move stuff around. So the limit on NPCs is set for AI controllers. That's why we have that limit. So they're just as expensive as each other. Like a cash register doesn't need an AI controller, so maybe we could look at that against the limit.
Yeah, there's a few hacky things that went in there to make some of those things work. But yeah, we should have the ability to match that up, to make that work now. Okay, anybody who doesn't want to die should leave now. I'm surprised that wasn't more.
I'm getting whispers and I'm totally ignoring them.
Yeah, me too. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I ran the thing. Oh, man. It's not my fault, guys. I'll show the window. Let's see. Hold on. This is, I ran it, and it failed. Oh, poo! Bobby! Shake fist.
Oh, it looks like,
I'm just gonna try running it again.
A Splatoon streamer that I love, Talisha. If you guys play Splatoon, you should go watch her stream. She joined the chat. How's it going? I don't know how could we link that?
So I'm trying this again. The in-game pricing that Undone set up for us may not be working. Oh yeah, no, it failed again. Let's see. Yeah, that's the old. It has the artifact, but the artifact is 3 days old. That's not going to help us. Well then. Hey, Travis, we're going to have to do some raffle stuff instead. Guys, super sorry. Hey, Maxine, can you fix this for me? Oh, wait, now my stream froze up.
You got Maxine, you got Mojito. You're two best men on it.
I'm frozen. Look at me. See my little head? It's frozen. Hold on. What is going on here?
Alright, I'm going hidden in the game. Because I'm getting a little too multitasky here. So if you comment here, I'll see it.
Yeah, my head is frozen there. I've had so many problems trying to use this little chroma cam thing. It non-stop has problems.
At least your mouth's not open and you're staring into that.
Look at those piercing eyes. Alright, I'm going to have to just remove that camera and re-add it. That's what I've had to do before. Hold on, let me re-add my camera. Can you answer some questions while I screw around with the stream stuff?
Sure. Let me look.
I see somebody says, and that is the new emoji.
Won't be bad. Can we see the collision boxes when decoing, or at least have as an option? That could be possible. Technically, it's more difficult than you think because we'd have to render another material. But I know, like when you put down a lot as a pot owner, we already have that tech. I don't remember if that's just a giant VFX or if that's actually some UI. Seeing the collision bounds of your deco items, maybe someday. It's not as easy as it sounds, though. But I could definitely see how people would like that. How that would be useful.
Wow. Wow. Is the Mojito cam working? Yeah, the Mojito cam is working. It's just not my main cam.
Any timeline on our raid system, and will multiple groups be able to sync songs together? I'm pretty sure the max for syncing will still be 8. If you have more than 8 parts for a song, you can always ask someone to just combine them. You know, if there's like 3 wind parts, you're like, hey, give me the MIDI convert this to and smash them together. So rating, you want to talk? Is there I know we're working on it. I don't know if it'll work with music.
It'll be command. Most likely, it'll be command line start off, not have an interface. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get where my camera plugs in, so I can unplug and replug my camera. This may also briefly cut our audio, so hang in there, folks. It'll be right back. Now maybe I can. Yay! Okay, I think we're good now. Or we're half good. They should be able to hear us now. Yay! They can hear us. Okay, good. Now. I can probably even see me. Oh, there's an extreme close up for you. Hold on, I gotta get down in my corner.
What about me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, they should be able to hear you. Or do I want to put it in the upper left? No way, I'm staying it, keeping it down there. Hold on, let me scoot the...
Oh, okay. I didn't understand the question. I think I do. When they're saying when can they get extra information on their stats, I thought they meant when they're inspecting somebody else, which we keep vague on purpose, but they want to see like their crit chance and their spell crit chance and stuff we do keep track of. We talked about showing them a little more, didn't we?
Yes, we talked about showing them a little bit more.
So yes, talked about it. Gonna do it probably eventually.
Yes, we will do. Okay, so the thing I was talking about when the disaster there happened is the normal system. Bobby set something up for us, but as I showed you that web page, that completely failed. That is not working. It's not giving any error codes, and there's no way I'm going to debug this during our stream here. Oh wait, here's the thing. T-put terminal attributes, no such device. Chat type and dark spring has sprung. Yes, that did not work, Bobby. Error. Found 217 qualifying speakers. Well, we've got 225 in the stream. So everybody, afraid we're going to have to do the raffle, the prizing in Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one right now and give it away and ship it off to you. And then I will also then go and set up another one that we'll do we'll do like two prize. Yeah, we got 20 minutes left, but we can go a little bit late. We've got closing the giveaway, picking the winner, and then let's give them something good since we screwed up. Since Undone, make sure and express to Undone your eternal sadness that you have caused him, or that he has caused you. Let's give him something cool. Let's see.
What do you got in mind?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about like a cool, what cool village houses are there? So let's see. We got, yeah, it's okay. That's okay. Ooh, that's kind of cool. In the Gothic mansion. Is that popular?
Oh, I love the Gothic mansion. I live in one of those. Don't do the haunted one. The other one's
Okay.
nicer. Yeah, that's a great house. I
The
only have
haunted
three
mansion.
houses, and that's one of my favorites.
That guy right there. Oh, that is pretty cool. Hold on, guys. I gotta pick winner first, and then I gotta do the next one. Stop spamming. No more spamming. Oh, it's Edelfrau Funurgnug. You got to give me your name, and I will get you hooked up. Edelfrau Funurgnug 1. And let me reset and get this going again, and then I'll open up the next real one. So he won the Equinox Confection Platter. We're going to give away a 10,000 crown Gothic mansion because Bobby's code screwed up. Take that undone. He's probably listening right now, but can't actually talk. Here we go. Now you guys can do the raffle. Now you can spam. That's the other reason why I want the question thing is now like all the spam has blown away all the questions I wanted to ask. Ah, 234 people. You guys really want that Gothic mansion.
That's a pretty good price.
Oh, these guys are out here waiting for something. I'm just going to kill them all. What do you think? They're on stream, so they'll probably have warning. I'll just, to celebrate Easter coming up. Here you go, guys. Did it work? It did not. Oh, that's why. Hold on. It'll work here in a second. Ah.
I'm still seeing cards on the VFX. Oh, we fixed that today, so that's probably not in this build.
No, so the one slipped through. Yeah, that's not in this build. They fixed all of them, but there was a sub effect on the Ring of Fire, so that's why you still see some on the Ring of Fire, but the other ones are fixed. Oh yeah, and you guys should run away from me or something. As in, run away! Run away! Let the carnage begin. I told them to run, right? And I know they're on stream. They've got to be listening to us.
You're not scared. How many did you make? Oh, they're dropping now.
Just like 10. No, they're going to die. I've learned my lesson on summoning these. If you do more than about 3, they just, even the tough guys get killed. Yeah, that's a lot of insanity down there.
Question, when can we explore the new lands? We're working on those. I got one map already started. And then there's a lot of story stuff that's been flushed out.
And then the thing that's really stalling that more than anything is, again, there's a few features that are just about to appear on the horizon. That's basically a new rendering system for the terrain. That's an instance rendering that dramatically improves the performance of the terrain system. That we want to try out because it will determine what we can do with the overworld. And that's, I think I've mentioned that before, that's one of the dreams, is to make it so, what was Novia is now actually just a really large map. So you can imagine something twice the size of Novia, but it's actually a play map, and then all the scenes come off of that. And so each one of the islands, if you remember the serpent, if you see the serpent thing, it's like a big serpent, but it's really broken up into chunks of islands and making those into a bunch of different, 2 kilometer by 4 kilometer, possibly even larger terrain chunks. That's actually the whole thing's gameplay. So there's not really a 2-scale version of the world. There's a 1-scale version of the world, rather than having one. Having it be the dual scale where you can't do anything on that map. Oh, and we should be thanking all these people. Edelfrog, thank you very much. And my screen is covered up there. Bedonham, thank you very much for the follow. We love the follows. Oh, and you immediately, there's 100 bits too, double on Bonham. Snugs, thank you very much. And Snash Kennegal, thank you very much. Let me get to a couple questions here. Let's see. Question: I purchased the Heraldry Banner Eternal Pack from the Crown Shop. Found out you cannot place them on the outside anywhere of the small old keep. Does that not have deco surfaces? Is that what's going on? Let me see. Is it small old keep? Some of them may be old and we didn't have deco surfaces for them. Small old. Is that an actual name of something? Okay, it's not an actual name of a thing. I think I know which one he's talking about there. I think he's talking about there's a keep on there. Yeah, that may just need some deco surfaces put on the outside so you can deco on it.
There's a few houses. We have a list for them. So, yes.
Yeah, it's probably this one here, the stone 2-story keep. Yeah, and that's, again, what you'll usually find, and this is why we're also trying not to rush this next round of content, is the older something is, the more problems it's got. And it's stuff we have to constantly go back and fix. Because as we improve things and make things better, back then we didn't have deco surfaces on the outside. You know, there weren't things you can even hang on the walls back then. And then we added that feature, and then, like, not every house got updated, so we need to update that. And thank you, oh my goodness, Sinash Kazagal, thank you for 1,000 bits. He's trying to get in the top ranking, I think, here. No, he's up to number 5. And Nimus is 50 bits, thank you very much. And Tetra Helix, follow, thank you very much. For those who don't know, the one thing we've changed, if you're one of the people that only watches on a Friday stream, since I see about 50 to 100 more people in this stream than I get on my streams, I've been streaming during the day and getting on, and a lot of it is just like this, and you may, even with a smaller number of people watching, because I'll only have like 150 or something, you can get in more questions probably than what you're getting in today. But anyway, so check ours out when we go live. And also, List has been doing it too.
I'm not as good as answering the technical questions. I'll just say, sure, that sounds good, and then I pass it on. Someone's asking if we can increase deco limits. We have been doing that pretty steadily as performance increases. I mean, basically, it's just draw calls and lights, and because you guys can place them, it's not like they're ever baked into the scene, so they're even more expensive. So I think even now with the limits we have, I think they're a little crazy. I'd actually bring them back, but people can just make their scene crash with any more, it's hard to find a 3D engine that exists that allows that many little trinkets and lights and stuff. So
yeah,
as we improve performance, which we have, especially Chris and Justin, they'll be adding, they've been adding more decos, but I think the limit's pretty high right now. I don't see another increase.
It's pretty high. There's some things that need to happen. The thing we run into, for those who don't know, the rendering problems we have tend to not be on the graphics card. We get a lot of people who are running on like 1080s or 2080s, and they come in and they're like, my frame rate's still not great, and it's largely on the CPU side of things is where things are falling down on those. And that's where lots and lots and lots of little objects, it's just the management side of things. And it's actually in the pipeline before we even get our hands on it. It's all in the Unity side of things. So other than using more efficient culling stuff, which we already have a ton of different stuff in there, it's tough to get by that CPU bottleneck on the graphics side of things. We do have some options that we've looked at in the past that if you build a lot of if you put a lot of duplicate objects on lots, like having ways we can bake them together, but even that gets worse now when you get instancing.
You have some kind of bunny centipede creature you've created.
I think everybody's just keeping their distance. Uh-oh, what do they have down there? Oh, it's the list. Okay, I see. Now I see. I was like, who's down there?
NPC merchants at stalls have tables covered in merchandise. Could we get a set of those converted to pot decoration? So we'd rather, instead of just giving you a table, prearranged with stuff, which we could just identify one NPC merchant decorations that aren't decorations at all, which we're still working on, and then two, flagging more of those as pot decorations to kind of liven up markets. I get why people want to do it. So yes to both of those. That's something that's been in progress. We did it this last release, and we did it the release before that.
Let's see. Colin Fawn asks a good question here. Question: can you explain how the player items sold to vendors end up on monsters, and what that applies to in general? How do items enter the ecosystem? So really, it should be a question of how do items leave the ecosystem, because if you sell to he called it a vendor, we call them merchants. That's the NPC guys, not the guys that players have set up. When you sell an item to a merchant, unless it's total junk, if it's like a player crafted item, it gets added into a bunch of tables. So we keep tables and we have them categorized. Like this is like a 1 to 4 point or something like that, and then we have another one for 5 to 8. So when you sell stuff, based on how cool the item is, it gets thrown into one of these tables. And then when there's lots of things. They're in supply bundles is the number one place. There's a few more things that show up that are just in normal loot tables for the creature that are not supply bundles. But basically the cycle of life for these items is if a player sells the item to a merchant, it'll get put into one of these lists, and then somebody kills something or finds a loot supply bundle. They open it, and they get basically. It'll say sometimes it'll have it rolls the random number, just kind of like a D&D die roll type thing, where it goes and says what do we have in there, and if one of them comes up a recycled item, it'll go and pull one of those items out of the list. So I increased about 3 releases ago, maybe 4 releases ago, I increased the drop rate of those, because that's one of the things I'd seen was the drop rate was so low that it was always all the tables were always full and just items were burning up. And that's really the main thing I did is I increased the drop rate for the low and mid stuff for the like outskirts and some of those starter scenes, so that those guys actually are finding stuff that felt somewhat rewarding, and they could actually use that stuff. One of the things came up in the last stream was nobody sells good items, like plus 10 or something like that items, just because you don't get hardly any gold for them.
To the merchant.
Yeah, so we're going to take another look at how much gold you get out of it. We don't want to create a positive loop in terms of cash flow where you can take 100 gold worth of stuff that you can buy and turn that into a 150 gold item that you can then sell. That's our goal, is never to make...
because we're mean, we want an actual economy where people talk to each other.
Yeah, where people, it's actually, you have a reason to sell to other people. Yeah. But, like I said, these death bunnies, there's going to be skeletons all over this field.
I saw 2 questions. One was the pirate outfit. Is that going to be dyeable? Yes, Damon's going to make that dyeable. He was catching up with stretch goals, so that's he was super focused on that. But he said he'd make those dyeable at some point. And the other one was, this comes up, ever thought of doing mannequins for displaying armor? I think that comes up at least once a stream, and the answer is yes.
We really want to. There's some extra difficulty in it. It's, again, a lot of this stuff, it's not quite as easy as it seems, because the data was set up to handle one thing, and we got to go and touch everything. And a lot of these, we have to touch all the data. And you know how many outfits there are. I didn't know how many outfits there are. I know now because I went to...
there's a lot.
To Lancel's house, and Lancer Main. Yeah, and they just had so many different outfits and hats and all the other stuff. And have you guys killed any of the bunnies? I don't think they've killed a single bunny. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they haven't killed a single bunny. Like I said, these death bunnies are pretty ferocious.
Are they leashing though and unkillable?
No, they're leashing, but they wouldn't leash if they didn't get too far away. I think they need to try to break 1 or 2 off. Yeah, see, now they broke off 2, now a third one joined them. Yeah, see, now when they get 4 over there, like 4, it takes like 2 guys to kill 1. Yeah, they've got a pretty long leash. All right, let me go find some questions.
I'll be right back.
Let's see, can you flag the old watchtowers as town deco now that we have Elven Towers out as town deco? Yes, I will go and do that. I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, but I will see if I can go find them and see if I can get some on there. Flag old watchtowers as pop deco now that Elven are pop. Let's see. Question: will the Admiral's outfit ever become available again? I hope so. I don't know what the rules were. I mean, people ask this stuff to me. That's really all Stars question. I get lots and lots of people asking me stuff about things, and I try to be very clear. My mission and my goal and everything I do is I want to make the game better. So as much as possible, I try to stay out of the sales side of things and the promotion side of things, other than doing my live stream now. But I don't have anything to do with the store, and I don't even know what rules Star has laid down for that stuff. He'll be on next stream, I believe. So you can ask him then, and I think he's doing a dance party coming up. Maybe he can answer then. He's usually pretty busy with the dance party stuff. Maybe he can answer a few questions then, since he couldn't make today. But yes, I'd love to see the Admiral's outfit in there. That's one of my favorite outfits. And sometimes the players can answer for us, saying that, no, that was a one-time exclusive, and that said it would never come back. Let's see. Can the magic mover be tweaked to allow house basement movement from a smaller plot to a larger one? Yeah, I thought you could do that. I guess maybe not. Move basements from smaller to larger plots. Yeah, that's one. There's a lot of that stuff. Burning Toad is the guy who does that stuff, and he always has a lot of stuff on his plate. And it's not stuff that if he ignores it, that's fine, push the next release. He's very responsible for a lot of the actually shipping the builds. So yeah, that's a lot of skeletons that are starting to pile up out there. So look around, you can just see that white haze out there. That's all the dead bodies from the rabbits. Yeah, that's nice. It looks like they all gather around you and are feeding on you. Come on, guys, pull one off and kill it. Get busy. We're falling apart here. Hold on, I got to catch up on all these things that we missed out on. Hold on one second. I'm pulling up my thing. Let's see. Tetrahelix has followed. Thank you very much. Snugs, 1,000 bits. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's trouble right here in River City. iStar Strider, 5,000 bits. Jumped ahead of Snugs. Oh, you guys need to flip a coin or something instead of treaty. That could get ugly soon. Let's answer some more questions, though. Let's see.
They want to salvage unicorn horns from pristine unicorn heads.
Uh-oh. It's getting ugly on the Snugs iStar Strider.
That's a B question. We can put that to B and come back with an answer.
There's a question on Taunt. That is it 360 or is it just front arc? It is actually 360, but that is one of the skills that does not scale up correctly. There's actually, I opened a JIR for one and only to go and turn some stuff around to change a field to be so I can have it scale up better. So it can scale up based on both your level and also your skill level in the thing. So you can actually, as you get tougher and tougher, it'll get more and more. But yeah, that is... Again, Taunt is working. It is 360, but it just the value for it doesn't scale up as much. And as you see this right here, I think it's maybe every 2 points or every 4 points of damage generates a point of aggro with 2 Gs because I lost that pole. Bunnies, Doom bunnies. But taunt does 100 aggro, so basically it does the equivalent of doing something about 400 points of damage, I think. But if you watch these guys here and you watch some of these high-level guys, they can generate some damage. Uh-oh, people thought they were safe up on the hill. Not so much. Oh, there's going to be a lot of gear destroyed today. Yeah, that's the problem with the bunnies, is they're crazy fast. Run, people. Run, stupid. Run! Okay, more questions. Oh, goodness.
Checking something in here. I don't want to mess it up.
When we looked away, Snugs did 1,000 bits to get back on top. I-Star Strider returned fire with his nuclear weapon for 10,000 bits. Guys, thank you so much.
Whoa, calm down, guys.
I'm telling you, guys, you need to flip a coin before this gets ugly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Let's see. Yes, there's a battle going on. They're calling it out in chat too. I think you answered the unicorn horn one. Let's see. Someone has a question on clarification for episode 2 and what did you pay for? So the way we planned on having things work all along is we have the game is free to play for episode 1. The game features for episode 2 can be used almost entirely in episode 1. There'll be some that are going to be tracked to episode 2 content. But the plan is that we're going to do pretty much what we're doing right now. Is kind of if you have bought episode 2, you'll have early access for like 6 months. You'll be able to get to episode 2 before. But probably at some point when we kind of say, hey, this is like pretty good for episode 2, we're happy with the content side of things. And by content, I mean like new maps is primarily the big thing. New maps and the quest, new quest, main quest line. But once that's been around for 6 months or so, and we start talking about episode 3, we'll start selling episode 3 stuff, and episode 2 will go free to play. So really what you pay for is largely what is going on here? Someone doing push-ups, did they find that they are how are they not dead? Bunny's not attacked people doing push-ups? I guess it's attacking you. It hasn't noticed him. I'm pretty sure he did that on a dare. He went up and did push-ups by the bunny of death.
Yeah, I don't know who that's from. Let's see.
Oh, and Snugs answered back with 10,000 bits. Oh my goodness, Snugs. Thank you guys so much. We're teasing you guys about maybe you guys should, like, I-Star Strider should do like 100 bits more, and then you guys shake hands and go get a beer together. Because we're definitely going to go get a beer on the money you just gave us. That's beers for the entire team. Thank you so much. But yeah, so that's what the plan is again, episode 2 eventually will go free to play, but it'll be kind of the early access stuff for a while. So you'll have early access to the contents and the quests and all that type of stuff. So if you don't want to buy episode 2, you don't have to, and eventually it'll be free to play. But I mean, you guys kind of see how we work. We just continually roll stuff out. So as episode 2 stuff comes around, there'll probably be some stuff you have to get over there to. They did not take my advice. I-Star Striders still firing warheads. Let's see. Yes, and for those who don't know, I forget what the levels are. Again, this is where like Star would be great to be here on the stream. But the episode, I forget what it is, but maybe like $100 you got like episode 2, and like $125 you got episode 3, and this is like during the Kickstarter, like the really old days. A lot of those old pledges come with episode, and I think like if you're, I forget what it is, but maybe it's at Citizen or something like that you get all 5 episodes and you never have to worry about them. So if you're one of those people, then you've already got episode 2 access, and you don't need to worry about it. It might let you buy episode 2 even if you have episode 2 access already. I'm not entirely sure, but you're welcome to try and let me know. I won't give you a refund or anything. Okay, it's tied, guys. Shake hands.
It's tied. Calm down. Calm down. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Snugs, thank you so much. Yeah, we should end the war there. Oh, and we're past time, so we can keep talking if we want to, but I should probably pick a winner because some of these guys may be at work and need to go home. And they're just staying on the stream past 5 o'clock because they're waiting for me to click this pick winner button over here. Are you guys ready for the giveaway for the Gothic Mansion? If so, I'm going to go ahead and click the button. Yeah, make sure you're on there. There you go. Closing in 5, 4,
the bunnies are peeling off
3, 2, 1. Oh, Snugs. All right, here we go. Closing it. Bam, entries have stopped. Oh, somebody did one raffle instead of exclamation point raffle. Oh, you poor dudes. Anyways, here we go. This is for the Gothic Mansion. Let me go pull that up. Gothic Mansion. That one. With Window Walk Village Home? I think that's it. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Here we go. Purchasing that. Oops. And now, here we go. I'm going to pick winners. All right, I'm picking winners. The war is still raging on, by the way. Beers are flying at us.
Thank you, Viper.
Picking winner now. What is that? Beats Games. You have won. Speak up in chat. Yeah, that beer turned to scotch there, guys. The good news is, for those out there who are looking at this and saying they don't want to give any money because they'll never show up on the scoreboard, is the numbers will reset. And I'll post a list of these guys. I'll try to get a list of the top people.
It's also possible to keep lifetime contributed to. I think that's kind of cool that some streamers do. So.
Oh yeah.
Some people just throw in 10, but they do it every month for 2 years, but you guys don't have to do that. You don't have to throw us anything. Come hang out with us. Ask us questions.
Something's making a weird noise. I think it's you. I think you're making that weird noise.
Me? I think it's the
bunnies. I think it's a spell. Okay. Yeah. I've got your volume up really loud to make sure you get picked up by the other ones. Okay. Here we go. Gothic. Grats. Send. All right. Let's see how many people drop off. Are you guys all falling off there? Everybody quitting now? Quitting the stream? I'll answer some more questions now. Let's see. Question: there are vile weapons and Darkstar themed weapons in the game. Is there a plan for good themed weapon items in the game? Darkstar's not evil. He's kind of more the neutral guy. It's Chaos. Whoops. Chaos doesn't care. It's not good or evil. It just doesn't care.
There's Lord British items too.
Yeah, there's some Lord British items. I think they're just you guys see the Cabalist weapons because they're pretty desirable weapons, and they look cool. So. And again, that's one of those things that the later in the development cycle it was done, the cooler looking they are.
Will the black patchy ground be fixed in the next patch? So I have a list here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 zones listed. I just checked in the 4th one, so I'm just chipping away at them. It's just time consuming to hit convert to the other terrain shader, and then you just gotta wait, find all the files, check it in. But
Maxine, you want to come see the bunnies?
Some of it will be fixed in the next patch, and then I'll keep patching as I can get to them.
Snugs and Star Strider. Maxine, can you say thank you, Snugs?
Thank you, sir.
You say thank you, Star Strider? Star Strider?
Hi, Maxine.
I know it's a weird name. And for those who are Austin or close to Austin, Maxine and I plan on being at the Sherwood Forest on Sunday. We'll probably be there pretty much open and stay for probably 4 hours-ish. We're not super hardcore. We just got to go and check out the jugglers and check out the birds and the the mud wrestling and the what did you like last
Jousting.
time? Also, there's some jousting. We didn't even see any jousting last time. We should watch jousting.
Oh, that's the best part.
And the animal stuff that's there. All right, looks like 5 people dropped away, so I'm going to do another prize now that those guys left. Ha ha ha! Got them, suckers. We're going to do another prize here since, again, we kind of screwed you guys by not having the correct stuff going. Everybody can send their hate mail to Undone.
Someone asked if we planned on letting him grow black pearls like oyster beds. Yeah, that came up and it turned into Jira's, and Star put them, I don't know on what release. It didn't get pushed to the front, but that made it in there.
Let's see.
Will rugs ever be dyeable? Yes, some of them we want to make dyeable. Let's see here.
All right, since we're also trying to be cool here because you guys should all, not just us, thank Snugs and Star Trek. You guys are way too early. I haven't done the reset and I haven't set the thing yet. But since Snugs and iStar Strider have been so generous in their war of being who can be more generous, I'm going to give away this Heraldry Eternal Pattern Mega Set. Mega Set.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, look how many sets, look how many things are on that thing. Okay, open giveaway. Now you guys can spam chat, and I won't be able to read any of the questions because it's going to go so fast.
People want to see their eligibility for episode 2 somewhere on their accounts.
Yeah, and
that is definitely a star question. We'll find out.
No, we know it's not there. I think I've mentioned this before. The team has a lot of people who've been on the team a long time. One of those people is Tassilo. He's been on the team 7 years-ish. And he's currently taking a bit of a sabbatical. He's helping us with any emergency stuff, but he's not doing much. He's wanting to take some time off from doing new work. He just said he was burned out. And he's also one of our early guys who, I think for those who kept up with him, he travels the world. He's actually been stuck in Barcelona for a long time. He says he really likes Barcelona. We'll see if he's ends up staying there. Yeah, he's been there a while.
Paris before that, and Germany.
Yeah, he was Iceland for a while. And he's in Egypt or someplace. Northern tip, places I would never even think of going. Anyway, so he's on a bit of a sabbatical, and we're only having him do emergency stuff until he returns here, hopefully within the next month or so.
Please let us lock the glyphs into hotbars. When using the mouse pointer, they can swoop around and even be deleted. Somebody showed that to you on your streamer. You saw that. That's a task, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's already got a Jira set up for it. And that was one that was on Wizard Smoke, and he was also out this release as well, so he's a little bit behind. Did I click the buy on that? I think I clicked the buy on that. Let me check my thing.
Thank you, Yellow.
Yeah, there we go. Look at all that heraldry stuff. Oh, it took freestanding, long heraldry, short heraldry, tome. Oh, there's a tome entrance. I'll just give you a lot of stuff there. So you guys joined the raffle. iStar Strider, thank you again. Thank you guys so much. Your war has been both humorous and also incredibly generous. Thank you also Yolo Salive and Viper Mortal for your gifts as well. Every bit is we're thankful for.
Yeah, follows.
Let's see.
Followed.
Smegatron. That's a good name. Will we be able to lock items in containers in our inventory? And that's one that, I think you can lock items in your inventory, but I don't think you can do it. You can't lock them in a container in your inventory. And then you can, that's actually, let me make sure we've got that on the list. Lock items in containers in inventory.
Please let us repair stuff while it's... Can you not repair lock stuff? That sounds like a bug.
Is that maybe at the crafting station you can't repair lock stuff? We don't want to let you throw.
That makes sense because it would be like leaving your inventory for a second.
Yeah, but maybe it's normal repair kits too.
There should be some way to do it.
Let's see. I'm going to play all night tonight. Do it. So there's a few things that are fixed. The Ring of Fire, the build is still going. Again, that's I was saying. That's one of my weekend projects is hopefully I'm really going to get to actually rebuilding the new build machine, because the Linux client, it roughly takes, after looking at all the different steps in it, it takes about 10 hours, and that's crazy. So I need to get the build machines updated. And this is one of those things too. It's kind of been waiting on Wizard or Burning Toad to return. Everybody's out. Burning Toad to return from Japan and China, because he needs to do some work for that. But the other thing is, Monday we plan on putting out the first build with IL2 CPP, which you guys say that's a lot of letters and numbers. What the hell does it mean? Don't use that word. Daddy only uses that word because he's on the stream. But anyways,
patch 939.
Yeah.
Some visual fixes I know of.
Yeah. I'll get some patch notes together here right after I get off.
Okay.
I can tell you guys what the fixes, what the changes were for it though real quick, because let's see, ground pound. Oh, here's one. Ground pound will now include a 10% attack speed debuff that can stack up to 3 times. Let's see. I doubled the duration for Berserk in the bludgeon tree. Those are 2 bludgeon fixes, 2 bludgeon changes people were wanting. I don't think the slow is exactly what people wanted, but that seemed to be the more appropriate, and also made it feel more unique. And again, it goes along with the bludgeoned ground pound, that stuff being more of the debuff is kind of the factor, the cool stuff about that tree. Let's see. Czar trolls us and then enters the raffle. Question: when will Soda be completely revamped like Final Fantasy XIV in the beginning, so we can get the good playable game we deserve? Well, we think it's good and playable now. The going and doing a lot of the stuff we really wished we could do is one of those things that will happen. The timeline will depend on how much we can grow our audience, which is why I always encourage people to bring people in, be positive about the game. We know it's got some warts to it, but episode 2 will be more of episode 1, but much more polished content. We'll take a look at episode 3 on the transition to episode 3, and that may actually be, if Unity can't get their stuff together, that may be when we actually make the swap to use an engine other than Unity. But that may be when we get the game that your trollery question is responding to. The stuff that I'd like to see is, again, no one really wanted to have zones. It was just more convenient for how we're doing our development cycle. And at the time, that was really, Unity couldn't support anything other than what we had. So hopefully it'll be... episode 3 will be a major upgrade over episode 2, and that may be a complete engine swap. But episode 2 will be more polished content than episode 1. I gotta answer questions here. Be more polished content than episode 1. And hopefully be better.
Definitely.
Let's see.
Take everything we learned.
Yeah, always.
And
Let's see. Hold on. I'm going down to get a few more questions here. And you guys should enter the raffle if you haven't done the raffle thing yet. It is for an eternal mega set, mega eternal pattern for heraldry. It's like 64 different heraldry patterns or something.
can rapid shot
Nope.
with specialization be set to target that? I don't know if you'd always want that. I could think of a lot of cases where you would not want that.
Let's see.
Someone's asking how the network and server's going. That was pretty painless. Programmers did a ton of work, moved it to a new site.
Yeah, I think we talked about that before, but yeah, that was, for those who don't know, we actually moved the data center across town to the other. But we did it the way you should do it. We took a few jabs at somebody else who didn't do this, but you know, everybody understands there's always restrictions and budgets, and you don't know the whole situation. But we actually didn't move our data.
Done.
Yeah, but we didn't move our data center. We actually rebuilt the game in a new location, and then moved all the data over during our 4-hour patch window, and then turned it on there to see if it worked. And the plan was going to be, if it didn't work, well, then we'll go back and use the other one, figure out what happened to redo it. But we did not actually move the computers. The computers actually stayed in the other building. We had to go pick them up weeks afterwards. But day one patch, thank you very much. And I'm missing out. I don't even know how many of these are new and stuff like that. I think the war between Snugs and Ice Strider might be over. Ice Star Strider went just under Snugs and let Snugs keep the lead there. I think that might be accepting. But yeah, look at all the skeletons around here. Pretty gruesome bunnies. Are they actually killing them finally?
What is the theater system they keep reading about? Any concrete plans? I actually don't know much about the theater. That was something I think you guys had designed before it came on board. I think Richard and Star know a lot about it.
Yeah, and that's one that the theater system, that's one that's been a Richard idea from the start that we all like too. It's just we haven't got around to it. But having a theater set up that's something we can place in towns, it may be actually like a pot building that you can place down, but that has some extra features to it. So you can have basically an audience section and then a stage section where the audience can't get on the stage without permission. But it's
a way to enforce people to behave.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Nothing's stopping people from throwing a play right now. It's just
and
they invite people that aren't.
That honestly is part of why it was deprioritized. And every time we talk about it, it's like, do we really get that much for it? Oh, and thank you to Idio Igmotinum and everything day one patch. But thank you for the follow. But the reason it kind of has been deprioritized is not because we don't think it's a cool idea, but because the tools we gave players are so good that they have been able to do most of that stuff themselves. The part that they're missing is something we want to get out there anyways. It'll be coming hopefully in Q2. That'll be ways you can have cooler donation chests and more privileges on chest.
Yeah, if we spend time on a theater system, we'd want to add stuff that makes it cool, more cool than people just role-playing at theater, which they can right now.
Yeah.
Rather than, we don't want to spend a lot of programming time on policing you guys and what you can and can't do around each other. So I think some of the ideas are more of how to make that cool. Like, maybe people in the audience are limited with, the emotes they can do, but if they do clapping, and enough people simultaneously clap, it spawns extra sounds or, things of that nature. Different lighting people can change on the fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
stuff that'll make it more fun, not.
Yeah, but again, that's kind of why we deprioritize this, because you guys quickly demonstrated you can build pretty cool theaters on your own. And it's just those extra stuff that Travis is talking about that we'd be adding to ours. So we do still plan on doing that. It just, again, because you can already do most of it yourself, it was deprioritized a little bit. How about, I have a little girl here who wants to play with her daddy. How about we call it a day and we close the giveaway and pick a winner?
Yeah, I got a kiddo coming in the door any second, too.
All right, and Vitura Mortal, he's been very consistent on giving us stuff. I always see his name come up. So I'm going to go ahead and close. If you guys have not done your raffle thing here, you got to do your raffle thing. And again, I'll encourage you to keep an eye out for messages from our stream and make sure you keep the emails on those things during the weekday streams. And maybe tomorrow I might be doing a stream. I'll see how I'm feeling. But I also do stream specials and try to give you stuff. I'm going to do some more different specials here coming up next week. This last couple weeks I've been sending out t-shirts and that type of stuff just because I'm already packing to ship out boxes as I slowly work through our backlog of boxes of stuff. But next week I'm going to do stuff that'll probably be buy some item in-game and I'll give you something extra for it, or buy some item over X crowns and I'll send you something extra. So I guess we can go ahead. I was kind of hoping they'd kill the bunnies. It looks like they're getting pretty close here. Looks like with great effort.
I see left. Oh, yeah, they're dead. They're going down. I only see one.
They're all cheering now. Oh, one left. Down to the last bunny. I told you those bunnies are not very nice bunnies. And again, the big thing on them is players are used to being able to outrun stuff, but those bunnies just haul butt across, and they're tough to outrun. All right, guys. You guys are just about ready. I'm going to close the giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elas, I have a note to do the giveaway for the QA stuff. A lot of that relies on Burning Toad. So a lot of these things, again, that we like haven't been shipped out. Some of it's stuff that Burning Toad does, and that's why they haven't been given out yet. Is because we've had a couple people on extended time away. He's actually been working quite a bit. He's published these builds. It's actually been nice because he's on 12-hour off schedule, and he's up at midnight to noon or whatever, and can do builds, pay attention to things we're not. So we told him he should just stay in Japan. Oh, and thank you, Akira, and thank you, John Marcus, and thank you for the bits. And thank you, Akira, for the follow, and thank you, Manard2, for the 400 bits. You guys are awesome, and I am going to close this giveaway and give you guys, give somebody a pack. Here we go. It's closed. You guys ready? Drum roll, please, for the Mega Heraldry set.
Something about QA test prizes. I don't think we're the two people to ask, but we can look into it.
Okay, you guys are just trolling with the raffle stuff now. Hey, LSD, you got to give me a name, and I will hook you up. Vitamin LSD. Hey, Hippie Dollar, thank you very much for the subscribe. That will get you some Mojito icons and Darkstar icons, and I will be getting some more icons in there. I did not save out an image of my face. I guess I can go on the stream and get that when I was frozen there as the derp face with my mouth half open. LSD, you're going to have to give me a name, and you will get the Mega Pack. If you don't get me a name, you're going to have to message me in there, as one person yesterday, Saucer Mouse, I think, was... oh, yeah, and that's for those guys who are Twitch streamers and have their own channels. Now is the great time to go out there and get your stream going, because I'll go look and see who we're going to raid in a little while, and it's a great way to get like 20, 30 follows just instantly, as when I raid you guys. Dope, thank you very much. Oh, a nice gifted... sub. Thank you. But yeah, get your stream going out there, because we'll be out in just a few minutes, and we will find someone to raid. And I try to spread it around. We got a lot of guys that I know get tons of streamers. Hey, I got a name here. All right, I can finally reward Vitamin LSD. But yeah, we've got quite a few streamers out there, like Skaggy and or one of our new ones is Tacos and Beer. He's been on my streams a lot here lately. He's been great. I
think that might be two people. I'm not sure. I know one person has the name.
Oh yeah, I know I saw Marguerite on his stream. I don't know who the actual person is. I forget the player's name. All right. I found
Famine,
you. Oh.
Silver Tree, Ambrose Fox, Bish, Bulgarian. If you were just listing them, we got a bunch. Sheldon Cooper. What's Drist's stream? I forget the name of his actual stream.
Here it is. Insert my rage against 10 item
Silver
limit.
Tree is a great one.
Yep, Silver Tree. Sheldon Cooper. Oppenheimer, it's taken me 3 mails to get to you. It's so much stuff. Oh my goodness, so much stuff.
Frieden Kamal. I think he might have just started streaming. He's a German one. I know I'm saying that wrong. Sorry.
All right, there you go, Oppenheimer. Hoping to ruin the secret on who you are there.
Yeah, do we not say Soda Vespers? Soda Vespers.
Yeah, there's so many guys out there who are doing great streaming stuff, but we will see who's out there. But I try to mix it up. Let me get out there. Hold on, wait for it. Got to get over to Twitch. You'll probably hear some person playing dance music as I go across the Twitch front page, because it always wants me to click on this girl who dances in her bikini all the time. Hope she's not there today. Shroud of the... There we are. All right, we got like 8 people out there to choose from. Trying to think. I know I've done Scammeron Good Game here soon. I've done... I don't think I've done Soda Vespers in a little while. I know I've done Legion of Myth. One of my favorites, and he's usually the one I'll keep on. We got Dub Swab and Soda Vespers. I think we'll do Soda Vespers. I know he does a pretty good stream. They make sure he's actually on there and active and stuff. Oh, I gotta sit through a commercial. But we will be sending these guys over in just a minute. Any last questions here? Let's see. Anybody we need to thank? We need to thank Ooga Booga for a follow. We need somebody did an anonymous gift. That's super crazy nice. Hippie and Dollar subscribed. Thank you very much. You guys are all awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, he's on there and playing. Oh, I don't know if I want to go to Soda Vespers because he keeps a wide camera angle. I always hate those wide camera angle guys.
I always do that.
I know. But anyways, I think we'll go ahead and give him the raid. I don't think we've done him. I know I haven't done him in the last week. I think I've done most of the other guys in the last week. Let's see. Soda Vespers. Here you go, guys. Go watch the stream. He's got some good stuff. He's running around town right now, but I'm sure he'll do something exciting. He likes killing things. He doesn't just stand around in town all day and play dress up like some people I know. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, thank you so much for the support, especially the guys who were at war tonight, Snugs and iStar Strider, putting everyone else to shame there. But thanks, everyone, for your contributions. Again, we appreciate every little bit. We are a very thrifty company. We don't waste any of the money you give us. And we will be putting the money to good use to create more new content for you guys and more features and more stuff. Again, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Liz, do you want to say anything before we go?
No, just thanks for coming to join and following. We mostly use this to just expose more people to the game, and then also get in contact with you guys and answer some questions. We'll probably stream some this weekend. I know myself and most of the people will still be fixing bugs all weekend, so more patches coming.
Yep, and patch on Monday that hopefully will have some big performance boosts. So get ready for that. All right, let's go rate them. Here we go, guys. Woohoo!
Have a great weekend.
And